The first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jackson flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
After the interception, here's Jackson, flushed out right. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this? And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And
he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're
wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth. A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They begin the drive with Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Wild Bill. Check 26. Check 37, check 37.
They'll run it with Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Check 54. Hey, check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 36. Check 3. Check that up.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Why? Get one. Check out. Back. Go.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Right here.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Kill, kill, kill. Check 99. Okay. Hey, check 24. Check. Go. Check, check. Lucky. Go. Jim. Switch. Take off.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. 2-6. Check hot route. Hot. Check safety. Mike 55.
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Tucker's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
58 for Mike, 58.
Bravo!
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with 1 complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Trying to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Jackson buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Undercrush. Slam.
Jackson now throwing again. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
3rd and 15.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big 30-yard play on third. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Shift. Check the backer. Hey.
From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. 180.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check. Sponge. No. Check this weed.
Here's Jackson, forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Alert 3. Yeah. Hayward. 54. No, 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Jackson now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson flushed out right. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch right. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Ship, ship, ship. Bang, bang.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, and it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and that'll make it third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
58, Mike. 65. Alert, alert. 65.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I know he ain't got it.
Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.